On this Memorial Day, we want to talk about the meaning behind this day. Pat Sweeney, Director of Polk County Veterans Affairs, joins me now. We want to thank you for being here, for making time for us. This is a day that is often misinterpreted, misunderstood. You know, so many people are out barbecuing and saying Happy Memorial Day, and that's actually not appropriate for the meaning behind this day. Can you just walk us through, you know, how this day came to be, what's the history behind it, and what's really important to pause and, you know, recognize those who have served?
Yes, it's, you know, it originally started as Decorations Day well over 100 years ago, and then it's gone into, it's a federal holiday now. And it's a time to honor and mourn those service members who have died in the line of duty. Mm-hmm. So, you know, that's what we're doing today. So really what you said earlier, you know, barbecuing and being happy.
Yeah.
Yes, that does happen on Memorial Day. Right. But the idea is just like this morning, I got to go to a nice event out at the cemetery out in Adel. And they did a nice ceremony out there for honoring, you know, the service members who are buried out there. Mm-hmm. Those are hallowed grounds that we have in Iowa. Mm-hmm. It's the only one in the state, and it's a wonderful place to go. And you talk about honoring veterans on today like that. Yes. The ones who have, you know, did the ultimate sacrifice for mm-hmm. us, for our freedom. You know, and the way to do that would be go to your local cemetery. I guarantee you there's veterans buried in every cemetery in Iowa. Mm-hmm. You know, locally in Polk County, we have some wonderful local cemeteries that do wonderful activity as far as putting the flags up and the markers. Yeah.
So. You know, it's also a reminder freedom isn't free. Mm-hmm. And I think my heart goes out to the families who have lost a service member, and you know they're still grieving them. That person never came back, or you know they came back and passed away. And this is the day to really just recognize that gift that they gave us all to give us the freedom of having family barbecues.
Yes, definitely. And yeah, I got to talk to a veteran this morning, a dear friend of mine who's a Vietnam veteran, and he had the same sentiments that I have, and I know a lot of veterans have. When you hear taps, you know, you got to pause and kind of, you get a tear in your eye because you know that, you know, people before you did the ultimate sacrifice and their family members are affected. Yeah. So, you know, when you hear taps like we heard this morning, it's always a time to kind of pause, take a breath, and it kind of gets you right there in the throat, you know. And it was nice to hear a gentleman that's a few years older than me, a Vietnam era veteran, but, you know, we all had the same feeling. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Where can people find you, get more connected to the community, the work that you're doing?
Okay, we're down at River Place on Euclid Avenue, Polk County Veterans Affairs. If you have any type of needs as far as your federal application for the federal claim to the VA, you come to us at Polk County and we'll take care of you, that's for sure.
Thank you so much for being here and for helping us all, you know, honor this day more respectfully, more productively for our communities.
Thanks for having me. Yeah. Appreciate it.